Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Jesse Grossbullen and welcome to a Minecraft video. Yeah, that's right, Minecraft video. I know I usually do my podcast on YouTube, but for today and for a while now, I will be working on Minecraft stuff for the school bus that I promised to build on TikTok. So let's get to this. So, as you can see, I didn't really start off the video with me starting off, building the centerpiece up there. But don't worry, you'll be able to get to see that in probably one of the next videos coming up. So this took a long time. I mean, way too long to be honest. But the potato back there is something that you don't have to worry about at all. You see that like big, huge looking, I don't know what it looks like. I don't know, a flat tire. I don't know. It doesn't look like a tire at all, and I've been trying to build these tires for a couple days now, and that tire back there, it literally took me like I don't know, like 3 days, 4 days, I don't know, something like that, and it just didn't work out, and eventually you'll see me blow it up. So yeah, that's gonna be fun, right? Um, so anyway, let's get back into this. So I really wanted to create a more realistic tire than the one that's behind you, or the one that's behind this. And I really did bring it all home with this design. I really enjoyed this design. It seemed way more realistic than the one back there, and and it just came together so much better. And one thing that I did come to realize was that I had to implement some tools that I usually use while drawing in general. So, one of those tools being work on everything all at once in light detail work. That way, you don't spend too much time on something that doesn't look right. So, what I mean by that is I'm doing a wireframe of the tire. Literally a wireframe of the tire. I'm just doing a single block to tell where the parts are that are the key parts of this tire. So, well, I mean, to be honest, it's a wheel, not a tire. But um, you can really tell that this has taken a lot of time, a lot of work. Even the surrounding area on this map took a long time just to build. I mean, I've been working on this for about a couple weeks now, and as you can see, I'm still not done with the base plate. But that is another story entirely. You don't have to worry about that because I don't think I'm really going to make a video on the base plate other than this video right now. So the base plate is set up in a very interesting and specific orientation. So every single red line you see on the ground is a half-foot mark. So I measured out in the game 10.5 feet in the upward position in altitude. Okay, so I measured out 10.5 feet, and how I did that was the school bus is 10.5 feet tall, right? Makes sense. And the height that I can build up to is 256 blocks. So I had to divide 10.5 or 256 blocks by 10.5. So I came up with a number, and that number was 24. 24 blocks for every single foot. So what I figured out is a really good scale. This scale is really interesting and I think it works really well, and I'm probably going to use it for future builds in, well, the future, of course. because I said future builds. Whatever. Let's get back to it. So, as you can see, there are foot marks in the air and on the ground. And I needed those foot marks in the air because it's really important while working at higher altitudes to see where the foot is and where the half mark is, just so that I know exactly. If you wanted to know, a in-game foot is actually equivalent to 74 or 72 feet in real life. Okay, that's just a really interesting idea for you. 72 feet is an actual foot in the game, and I know that's crazy, right? I can't even fathom seeing a school bus that big, but the school bus in general at 40 feet in the game will be pretty much a mile long in real life if I were to build a school bus in real life the size of the Minecraft one. So that's just a scale for you when you're thinking about this build, when you're looking at this build. It's insanely massive. And I really wanted to make it massive because these blocks are pretty big. Okay? This isn't Roblox, okay? This is Minecraft. These blocks are huge. They're a meter long. And they're ridiculous. So I wanted to add as much detail as possible to this build so that I could make a really good scale model of a school bus. And I figured that this would be the best way possible. So, you can also see in the background there's a kind of gray base plate over there. It's kind of like, I don't know, some kind of park or whatever. It's actually a scale model of this larger scale model. So I will go into more detail with that in a future video. But for now, we just have to worry about this big tire that I'm building. And man, did it take a long time to figure this part out. I was having a lot of problems with, the middle of this this circle piece, this curve on the end. It just wasn't lining up right. It just didn't look right at all. I wanted to make sure it was perfect. And I kept on going back and forth, back and forth. I was like, I don't know. I don't know what I should do to fix this. But I eventually figured it out. And I was really happy with the results after I got it all figured out. It actually surprised me at how easy and simple it was when I finally got it. But it did take a little bit of time for me to figure it out. And I mean, this kind of work, this kind of crazy detailed work, you have to make sure that every little curve, every little detail is there. It's got to be perfect, because if one curve is off, it's just going to look terrible for the rest of the build. And I really wanted to put as much time into it as possible, because this build is going to be big. It's going to be huge. And I'm really a perfectionist when it comes to building or creating anything. So I just want to make sure it looks perfect. And you can see I was checking out to make sure it looked round, which it does. One of the biggest problems with the school bus tire in the background is that it looks flat, right? You can see that it kind of like just looks like straight lines coming off of it, and it doesn't look good at all. I actually had to solve this problem in Photoshop. So what I did was I made a new template basically for building the tire. And what I did was I made a resolution of, I think it was 100, and I made it like 100 pixels by 100 pixels big. Okay? Not big. But the point of that was to be able to see the pixel scale of basically rendering pixels to blocks. Well, I don't know why I said it like that, but whatever. No matter. Um, I figured that was the best way to go with it because, to be honest, when you are working in this kind of scale, it's really difficult to create circles without world edit, and I don't have world edit. And I kind of think it's more of a challenge that way, to be honest. And I really enjoy challenges. I make life difficult for myself. I do. I really honestly do. And this build really shows you that to a T. So what I did was I basically made a circle selection in Photoshop and I outlined that circle in, black paint or whatever you want to call it. And I basically came up with a block um, order. So this block order will be shown eventually. I'm not going to do it in this video just because this video is running a little bit long. It's actually a 2-hour long video that I sped up to be in this 12-minute segment. So I hope you guys really enjoy the work that I've put into this. I think it really does show you that I put a lot of time and effort into everything that I do. And I like making sure that everything looks as good as possible. And and you can really tell the amount of time and effort I put in, mostly because I don't even use World Edit. I know it's a very great tool. It's an amazing tool, but it's not for me. I don't know. It just makes life too easy for me. I don't like life when it gets too easy. I like challenges. Challenges are fun. Anyway, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I know I did. I will see you in the next video, and I hope you have a great day. That's really all I can say. I hope you have a great day.